Well, we've all heard how easy it is for adults to entice children on the internet. Fox 11 got a first-hand look at how simple it really is during an unprecedented 4-day police sting. Officers in northeast and central Wisconsin arrested 15 people in 6 different counties during the internet crimes against children operation. Fox 11's Laura Smith was given exclusive access to the undercover operation and joins us now with more.
Door, Brown, Outagamie, and Marathon counties took part in the sting aimed at cracking down on potential child sex predators. The Brown and Door County Sheriff's Departments allowed me exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the operation. We were there as investigators showed us how easy it is to find people who want to meet up and have sex with minors. I want to warn you, some of what you hear and see in this story may be disturbing.
I guess each one is different, so yeah, you don't think you really know what to expect.
Operation Black Veil 2 began around 9 o'clock Wednesday morning in this back room at the Door County Sheriff's Department.
A lot of people are looking for sexual pleasures, wide range of what people are looking for. Incredible.
Investigators from a number of local agencies go online to Craigslist, posing as either a 15-year-old boy or girl. It's the first sting they are doing that will include the weekend, a time when they believe perhaps more potential offenders will be online. The chatters not only post ads looking to attract predators, but also respond to ads posted by those who want to engage in explicit acts with children.
I responded to an ad from him, and he thinks he's talking to a 15-year-old girl. And he wants her to do some sexual acts to him.
Does it usually start out kind of slow like this? Or?
Our first day starts rather slowly. One officer responds to a post from a person looking for sex. He gets a reply back within 10 minutes. He continues to monitor posts and respond to them.
He didn't say no yet. He just says he doesn't want any trouble.
You would think at 9 a.m. most people would be at work, but the investigators' email inboxes eventually begin to fill up with messages from people desiring to meet up with someone who they think is a child.
With technology, it really is making it easier for these predators to lure in these younger people and use them for whatever needs they want.
The graphic language and images we see in the posts and exchanged by email as the operation gets underway are disturbing not only for us, but for some working the operation.
He sent a picture. Which one is this now? Brian? Oh, the bisexual one.
The chats in some cases lead to text and even phone conversations.
I'm not available until noon, because that's when Mom goes to work.
By day 2 of the operation, more than 200 contacts are made. That means someone has shown interest in having sex with a child, even if it happens or not.
I asked him what he was interested in, and he said sex or whatever you want to do.
Investigators working in 2 shifts work long hours in this back room during the sting. From 8 a.m. until midnight or even later, they're in front of these computer screens looking to catch potential child predators.
Do you establish sex in there? The reason for the pickup is you're going to have sex. You know, you're 15. You establish 15.
Meanwhile, other investigators are posting ads on Craigslist. One post reads, "I'm taking care of my younger brother while our grandma is gone. Need to get him experience to be a man. Hit me up if you are clean and discreet."
I'll ask him for a picture in return.
The responses come quickly.
Still got 3 more replies going in here.
Before the ad is flagged and taken down by Craigslist, investigators received 12 replies in 25 minutes.
One of my replies that I said how old he was, he replied, "No jailbait, sorry." So obviously he's not happy with the 15-year-old, but however, I've had a bunch of them that they say that. I'll reply to them, and all of a sudden the conversation starts to continue.
Not everyone is willing to meet up with a 15-year-old, but just in case, takedown teams are on standby to assist with arrests should a meeting take place.
Well, it sounds like we're en route to pick up a 28-year-old male party.
We were allowed to ride along with Brown County Sheriff's Department investigators as they met up with and took their first suspect into custody Wednesday night.
He's making arrangements to meet with
Wilson and I will be the 2-man car will be en route.
Sounds like 2 15-year-old boys, and he's willing to bring some marijuana along with him for some sexual favors.
Investigators say this man, 28-year-old Albert Ruleford of Howard, agreed to meet the boys at a gas station on Velp Avenue in Howard. However, once officers get into position, those plans quickly change.
Later, all units are going to meet at Memorial in Glenview.
They soon find through communicating by cell phone with the suspect, he wants the boys to come to him.
The circumstance there is we knew the person was on foot. So our surveillance teams were watching, making sure it was somebody on foot. The direction he was coming from was up Memorial Drive. We try to get a clothing description if we possibly can from the person.
Investigators did get a clothing description, and the suspect's decision not to meet at the setup location didn't deter officers who surrounded him and took him into custody just a couple blocks away from the station. Rule 4 did not resist the arrest. We asked how officers knew they had the right person.
He started floating around that area, didn't go to our meet location, kept him on the phone. Our surveillance team observed him on his phone texting. First thing we did when we made contact with him is had our person that's chatting call that phone. As soon as that phone rings, we know we have our person.
Friday, Rule 4 appeared in court by teleconference on referred charges of child enticement, use of a computer to facilitate a child sex crime, indecent exposure to a minor, and drug possession. He was not formally charged, but the prosecutor read what he claimed to be Rule 4's confession to police. In it, Rule 4 told police he was walking to meet up with two 15-year-old boys he had been communicating with on the computer and by text throughout the day.
And my intention was to engage in sexual activity with the two 15-year-old boys, if that is what they were still interested in doing.
Okay, he's going to be on the north side of the building.
Throughout the sting, we see meetings happen in broad daylight and at night in locations including crowded parking lots. Thursday, we were there when authorities arrested 35-year-old Victor Ikemenko of Green Bay. They took him into custody at a Bellevue gas station. Court documents show officers who were in contact with Ikemenko say he thought he was meeting a 15-year-old girl. The agreement was she would perform a sexual act on him for $25. Brown County prosecutors charged Ikemenko in court Friday with use of a computer to facilitate a sex crime. Law enforcement officials say the goal is to let the public know about the prevalence of internet crimes against children. That's why authorities wanted Fox 11 involved in this latest operation.
We need to educate the community that this is out there, that there are predators out there looking for our children. I'm just hoping it's an educational aspect for them, and I'm hoping to get the bad guys off the street.
Operation Black Veil 2 ran Wednesday through Saturday. These investigators decided to work the sting into a weekend to see if activity increases on days when people have more free time.
People are not working, children are out of school, so the potential for these individuals to get online to chat, they feel more comfortable because they know that, you know, maybe a 15-year-old will typically be in school on a weekday, but on a weekend they're free and they can move about and meet an individual like this.
It can get really hectic.
We were right there with them as both the investigators working the chats and the arrest teams in Brown County continued the sting into Friday and Saturday. Friday, officers made several arrests, including this bust we witnessed just before 5 p.m. at a Green Bay area bowling alley. Authorities say a 26-year-old man was expecting to meet a 15-year-old boy for a sexual act.
This is one of our busiest nights, but we kind of expected it because it was Friday.
As the evening wore on, we saw the chats becoming more frequent in Door County.
We figured once with the weekend going on.
Saturday was even more hectic, but investigators tell us it was a worthwhile move to work this operation through the weekend.
We saw an increase in traffic. I wouldn't say it was a great percentage because it was a large amount of traffic throughout the weekend, but there was an increase in responses and interest.
Law enforcement officers say the problem of internet crimes against children isn't going away, and neither are they.
They'll continue to do this whether we're out there or not, but we want to make sure that our society here, or our community here in Green Bay is safe, and we're taking the measures to ensure the safety of both our community and our children.
Brown County Sheriff's officials plan to hold a news conference tomorrow to talk about the investigation and reveal charges against the suspects. I'll be there to cover it. On Fox 11 News at 5, I'll have the details, plus more on the procedures of the sting operation and the additional arrests we witnessed along with investigators.